This episode of MMA Nuts is brought to you by Rev Gear. Use code MMA Nuts to get 20% off retail prices. Normal exclusions apply. HostGator. Save up to 50% off VPS and dedicated hosting with code MMA45. Shave Mob. Save $15 off 25 with code 15OFF25. Save 20% off with code MMA Nuts at protectabed.com. DefenseSoap.com. Serious soap for serious athletes. Save 15% off with code MMA Nuts. Hey fans, it's MMA Nuts, episode 276.
276.
My name's Ingo Weigold.
Matt Griffith, MMA show. By MMA fans, for MMA fans, we're walking the line between serious and ridiculous.
Yes.
What's going on? It's
it's late.
Fucking midnight. It's like a degree outside.
It's below a degree.
Is
I actually just started my car because
Yeah.
when this is over, I'm going home, and I don't really want to get in a freezing cold car. I don't care if it runs for an hour. It doesn't matter. It's so cold.
Yeah.
We just got done watching the fight night, right?
Yeah.
Cruz, Dillashaw, main events.
So who won that fight? I don't know. Dillashaw.
Are we just going to get right into it? Yes.
Fuck
All
it.
You know, I feel like he didn't do enough to beat TJ, and TJ didn't help himself. And the thing was the third round where he started to look a little
Flat-footed, as they say.
Well, Rogan kept pointing.
Wasn't he embracing the grind, though?
He probably was. Getting frustrated and just kind of getting away from the game plan. But I would definitely say I thought he won at least 3 rounds. So I don't know that Cruz can be the new champ, but he is now. So
Yeah.
what do you think?
I'm kind of torn on that one. Draw maybe at best.
Mm-hmm.
If I have to pick a winner, I'm probably picking Dillashaw.
Okay,
More power.
I'm with you.
It's so one of those ones. It's so close. You know what they're gonna do?
What?
Immediate rematch.
Yes.
It's so close. I can't tell.
Perfect.
Fuck it.
Yeah.
Ridiculous. I just say fuck it. Fine. Cruz won. Oh well.
Move on.
Fine. Fight favor again.
Do it. That division is messy because it's like everybody's
is.
already fought everybody. So what do? You know,
I have Conor McGregor drop down.
to 135. Go 3 belts.
Yeah, since apparently he wants to go up to 170 next and
Oh wow.
challenge. Whatever.
Wouldn't that be something, dude? If this guy just keeps going.
Fuck it, I got this one. I'm going
I'll
up.
go that one. God.
We saw that fight.
Yeah, and then when you had before that Eddie Alvarez, Anthony Pettis.
All right, fuck this guy, Eddie Alvarez. This is bullshit. You're not Randy Couture. I do not appreciate the style of everybody that's going to fight Pettis now is just going to mash him into the cage. I get that, yes, Pettis should either work on his takedown defense or work on his fucking guard, but if you have one of the most dynamic strikers in the game, let's let him strike. Or give him favorable matchups, because this is horse shit. I do not want to see...
Hey, Pettis, Conor McGregor. Let's do that.
Fine.
I like it.
Okay.
That's guaranteed striking.
Right. None of this ground shit. Or have a gentleman's agreement because...
Gentleman's agreement.
Let's just stand and bang.
Yeah.
Because Eddie Alvarez, you're killing the sport.
He is.
I don't like the style.
Yeah, his style doesn't survive in the sport. I mean, you look at, you have the Fitches and you know, the guys who are grinding guys out like this, it just doesn't, I mean, long term, it's not going to happen.
No.
You get one shot at the belt if you're lucky with that style, and if you don't get it, that's it.
Yeah, how was the crowd reaction? What did they say?
Booing.
Boo, motherfucker, boo! Boo you and your big ass caterpillar eyebrows. They look like he trimmed down or something.
He had those, is it the thing they do with the string? You ever see that?
No.
They got the string thing? I don't know. I've seen it on one of the shows on YouTube or something where they use the string and they chop it off instead of rips it out instead of shaving it. Ever saw this?
Mm-mm.
Not that I do. My eyebrows are thin, so I don't need to do that.
You pull them out one at a time.
Tiny. But you know, maybe that's why the main event felt like it was so good because the co-main was so shitty.
Sucked.
Yeah.
And even we talk about the Travis Browne and Matt Mitrione fight, another weird one where I think both guys are playing a little cautious, a little sloppy, and then Mitrione gets poked. Oh, and then I also want to talk about the cage grabs again and the other 2 fights. Fucking take the point away already. Yeah. Let's stop. I've warned you 5 times. The next time I'm taking a point. Grab the fence, take a point.
Yep.
Done. Let's nip this shit in the bud.
Alvarez grabbed it 5 times.
It's driving me nuts. And in the main event, they're doing that.
Yeah.
Or who was doing it?
The main event?
Yeah, Cruz.
Yeah.
Like, come on.
But
it's got to stop.
Herb Dean, to his credit, was like, you do it again, you're losing the point. And he'd let it go maybe once or twice. And then after that, he was like, no more.
Like, on principle, I wanted him to grab it. I wanted that point taken away.
But it's like, look, he wants to grab it. Just grab it.
Don't be a bitch. Grab the fence. Take the point.
Yeah.
So back to Browne Mitrione. So he gets poked in the eye twice.
Mm-hmm.
And
did you see his eye after the fight?
There's he had a ball sack.
That's gross. I hope he's okay.
On his eyeball.
It does not look good.
No, and I don't know if that's from the repeated eye pokes. I know he got punched pretty solid with the right hand. And then probably some of the elbows when he got mounted and knocked into submission.
Both guys looking noticeably different physique-wise.
Yeah.
Strange to me. Browne looked extremely lean, and Mitrione looked a little more pudgy than normal. So, and both guys not quite as active as, I remember them being. So, I don't know.
Well, I mean, it can transition right into the news when we talk about USADA.
Yes. What's happening with USADA?
And, well, I guess now that they're stepping up, because they did 6 months, I guess, to build up their blood passport or whatever they're calling that.
Mm-hmm.
And now they're really ramping up the testing. So the first couple weeks of January here, they've slammed down a bunch of tests. And who else did we catch? Yoel Romero just popped for some designer steroid. And I guess that's another ATT guy that they may have a PED problem there.
Totally natural looking to look that way at his advanced age.
It's so sad because here's a guy who could have been challenging for a title. He's 38. Now his career is over, but hey, maybe the UFC will release him. And maybe we should just stop talking about USADA because I feel like the more we've been saying how they've been doing a terrible job, now the more they're amping it up. Yeah. It could just be coincidence, but I think they're doing an awesome job.
Yes.
Top notch.
Keep up the good work. Don't bust anybody.
Yeah. Let's maybe scale it back a little bit. Or we're going to have no fighters and no more excitement.
Exactly. They're testing everybody. I mean, like
Sage, I think was the biggest one.
There's a picture of him like in the morning, like doing a piss test.
Kane,
Kane, It's going to be interesting. You were asking me during the broadcast a little while ago, like who's the first champ to get popped? Who do you think will be the first champ to get popped? Do you have a...
Well, I don't want to say that they're protecting the champs, but I thought there was that rumor that one of the guys popped, and they're trying to keep it hush-hush.
Demetrius Johnson said that on the Rogan podcast a while back. Yeah, he said, and then he was like, Rogan was like, what are you talking about? Like, okay, so we're going to talk about this now.
Yeah. Let's steer this way.
So anyways, how about them Cowboys?
Yeah. Let's see. Who's the champs now? Not going to be
Johnson,
Purdue.
Cruz.
Who do you want to... Well, I think the way they're doing it almost seems like all the older guys are getting popped.
Well, it makes sense, right? I mean, if you're old and you're in this sport...
You have to. If you're past 35, you should be on some shit. And I think they all are.
Probably.
I'm going to... What if... I think we both said that. Probably Kane.
I agree. I think he gets... I think if anyone pops, it'll be him after this upcoming fight.
Because if he wasn't doing something and he got out-cardioed, maybe he would be more likely to do it.
Maybe.
Who knows? It's all alleged. I don't know.
It's alleged.
It's all fucking alleged. Everybody's doing something. Just let them do it. Just let them do it.
Report the facts here, sir.
Yeah. Every time. What else is going on in the MMA world?
Well, I'll switch gears on you.
Sure.
Ronda Rousey. Dana White says it's not likely she'll come back for UFC 200. I believe her schedule is slightly too busy anyways, filming movies and being on Saturday Night Live this coming week, right?
It's coming up.
So, doesn't surprise me. They have the home Miesha Tate thing all inked, right? Done deal. So, do you think we see Ronda Rousey fight again this year?
I think we do, but it'll be real late in the year, like November-ish.
Okay. Against who do you think she'll fight?
Whoever happens to be the champ. I think she can't come back and just fight a pie. She's got to fight the champ. I think she's only going to fight one more time, and then she's done. Come back for that big payday, and seems like she just wants to keep doing movie roles, and I think some of the movie roles, she's gotten reduced parts now because maybe she's not as marketable. But
makes sense.
And she's not like the best of actresses.
I have not seen her act yet.
I think I saw her... Which Expendables was she in? 3? 7?
I've only seen the first one, but I heard they're good. Gina Carano, I've never seen act either. Did you see that one?
No.
I would assume she can't act. Supposedly she was in Entourage too. I still haven't seen that movie. So whatever, she's everywhere, man. She's making money.
She's all over this stupid fucking commercial they kept feeding us.
Metro PCS.
Are you Metro? It's $30, period. What does that mean? You're perioding all over the fucking octagon?
Apparently.
Cool. All the blood, you just don't even notice it?
No, period blood.
Yeah.
It's best.
Anyway. Move right along. How about, this one is amazing. So, Wanderlei Silva issues a public apology recanting everything he said about UFC fixing fights. Then the UFC went and finally released him from his contract. Like, I've been asking for this for so long. Please release the man. Or anybody get out of the contract. Here's the first guy in forever to get released. And where do you think he's going to end up then?
Rising!
Yeah, goddamn right. Them Fedor. Let's fucking do this.
Do it up. Wanderlei's going to gain 20 pounds.
Oh, my God.
It'll be huge.
Well, I was wondering when he typed his public apology if he did the flashlight to himself. I publicly apologize.
Yes.
And all this crazy. You not killed it. Wanderlei Silva. I apologize. Fuck you.
That's awesome.
What else is going on? We're going to go fast here because it's quite
Matt's like, I'm tired. I want to go. Let's do it.
BJ Penn, Ingo.
Yes.
Training at Greg Jackson.
That's what I hear.
Like Wiggle John. A bunch of pictures with like him and Cowboy, him and John Jones. Pretty cool.
Yes.
There's all this smattering of shit talk between him and Nick Lentz, and then Nick Lentz basically owned him in this huge letter that you guys should read. I was going to read an excerpt, but it's just way too long, but pretty epic. He fucking destroys him in this letter.
It's a lot of words, Matt.
It is. This is a lot of words.
He's got time to read all these words.
So, seeing how BJ Penn is 1-7 in his last 8 fights or so, do you think he should come back?
Against Nick Lentz?
I mean, that's a weird fight, right? Like, why would you come back against him?
I don't understand why do they have beef in the first place? I'm confused.
I think it still stems back to a Mike Dolce incident, because I think even in Lentz's letter to BJ Penn, he was saying that Penn owes Dolce $22,000 still, but Dolce's not pursuing it.
Oh, I see. Well, I mean, the truth is, for him, that's probably better, because I don't think you can win in the public court trying to go after BJ Penn for money, right? Like it's going to just cause problems. Probably better for him just to go, you know what?
It's not worth it.
Yeah. So
I'd be like, fuck you, pay me.
Yeah.
You owe me, you pay me.
You pay me.
I don't roll like that.
I mean, that being said, what is he, 39? How old is he? 38?
Who?
BJ Penn.
He's got to be up there, late 30s for sure.
Can he do it? I don't know. At Jackson's?
I mean, we've always asked, can he please go to a camp? You know, instead of being the big dog in his little fish tank, put him in the big fish tank. So he's not the big dog, so he doesn't have all the yes men. And, you know, look at Andrei Arlovsky, right? He went to Greg Jackson's. Whoa, there's that fucking eyeball from Matt Mitrione. Ooh. You should check that out.
Damn.
But, you know, I'm trying to think if I want to see him come back. I think I'm okay with him coming back, but I think he should be doing, like, classic fights. And I don't know if that's GSP type of fight,
sure.
But I don't think he should be fighting just any Joe Schmo off the street. And I think Nick Lentz is, and all offense to that, I don't care.
Well, the thing is you asked me this question to start, do I think he should come back?
Yeah.
I'm worried about it because even going to Jackson's, I feel like BJ's problem has always been it's not on fight day, it's not like all that, it's in those moments that nobody sees. Like, those times where he should be grinding and he's just like, I'm chilling, I'm lifting rocks in the ocean and I'm eating my poi or whatever.
Sure.
Yeah, right? Because I'm BJ Penn, like, it's all good, man, it's all good, I'm from Hawaii. Like, he didn't get that when he was with the Marinoviches. I mean, they were like, they killed that guy.
Yeah.
And that was the best he's ever performed ever, right? Can they do that to him over there?
I think they can.
You think so?
I think he needs to be in a team environment. I don't know if he's ever fully had like
no, never.
You know, a dedicated team, like looking, studying tape, saying this is how it's going to work, and then training with all these other people that are, you know, how many champions or former champions or how many people have fought for titles that are there that can help him. And
is Jackson going to corner him, you think?
Yeah,
that'd be something.
I think so. Right.
Because that would be a first too, right?
Yes.
Having wow.
So instead of people, go out there, kick his ass, BJ.
Yeah.
Well, the other thing is, it's not like he was getting knocked out.
No.
You know, I mean, I think the problem is he's so tough. He just takes it, right? He takes the punishment, takes all the punches. I don't know where that point is where you say, maybe he shouldn't come back, but I'm kind of okay with him coming back if it's a classic fight. Maybe him and, like, Matt Hughes.
Again?
Fuck yeah. But, I mean,
time?
you got to have something that makes it worth everybody's time. Come back to fight Nick Lentz makes no fucking sense.
Is that a 55er or 170?
I think 55.
Okay.
But and even him, he's like Penn, no 145. It's 55 or 70. Fuck it, 185. I don't even care. Just
oh my God.
be healthy on the way back.
Yeah.
And have a classic fight against someone that makes sense.
Of course I want to see BJ Penn, but I don't want to see him like tarnish his legacy even further. Because, well, maybe that's the whole thing. The last time we saw him, he's doing that crazy shit. And he's like, maybe that's been eating at him. You know, it's kind of like, remember that? That weird whatever the hell that was they were doing?
He's going old school. Yeah, like, I'm going to stand up as erect as I can. What the fuck are you doing? What are you doing? We did not train
Conserving energy.
It's worked really well if I take my cans in my camp.
Yes, I conserve the
All
energy.
my yes men are taking it for it. It's like the dim mock, right? The guy, like, I'm going to shut you down with just one finger. Geek.
Yeah. Crazy. We'll see.
Yeah.
Has there been any traction from the executives about this thing?
If I'm a UFC, are you talking about like a UFC executive?
Yeah, like has there been like Dana's like anyone interested or is like looking at...
Well, I think everyone would be interested, but it has, like we say, it's got to be a marquee fight, not just fight another guy that's like not even ranked.
Yeah. I wonder if Dana would even let him fight Lentz. He's like, come on, man. Like,
no.
We'll give
no
you
way.
Like,
why would
we'll
you?
Give you this person.
That makes no sense.
You can't even sell that thing. Like,
no. Is that going to headline a card? BJ Penn versus Nick Lentz?
No.
It'd be a fight on the fucking prelims at that point.
BJ Penn GSP could headline a card.
Of course.
Would that ever
I'd
happen?
pay to see that.
Oh, hell yeah. This guy. Not in my house, though. We'll watch it here. I don't need to see him get beat out again.
I love that fight.
It's like, he's over here
so
at my house
brutal.
going, yes, kid, take it. No.
Let him fight the 5th round, Ingo. Let him fight.
He's getting killed.
Oh, it was
Throw
so
in the
glorious.
towel. Oh, my God.
Did they? I know there was...
They stopped it
in
the 4th. At the end of the 4th, I think. 3rd. I can't remember.
Before the 5th started,
Yeah. Corner said that's it. Smartly.
Yeah, I mean, he'd had enough.
Need any more of that.
There was no good going to come from a 5th round of that.
So interesting.
So, what about this Kenny Florian stuff? So, Kenny Florian is a Fox analyst, and apparently he just straight up plagiarized some fight breakdown from someone else that's out on the internet. Issues a public apology, and then Fox suspends him. I don't know if they've released how long he's being suspended for, but
exactly.
Is this an honest mistake? Like, how does this happen? How do you plagiarize almost verbatim somebody's work?
Well, I didn't see the whole thing. You told me that. You just said it again, like it's exactly word for word, right?
Pretty
if
much.
That's the case, it's either A, he was pressed for time, didn't have any, like, he just did it because he thought he would never get caught, or you said earlier maybe one of his helpers delivered something.
That seems the more plausible thing, right? You know, he's probably pretty busy. People probably write some shit for him, and then oops, we didn't credit a source or whatever. But I mean,
suppose he's trying to get this kid a job or something at Fox.
I don't know.
Was it really that good? Did you read it?
What?
The analysis?
I didn't read it, but I don't listen to Kenny Florian. I try. That's the thing is, like, you know, we're trying to do a show. I can't watch any of the other MMA shows, even though I would enjoy them, because I don't want to have my thoughts influenced by anything anyone else is saying. So as much as I'd like to watch more, I can't because I don't want it.
Yeah.
Because I mean, I feel there's certain people that have taken shit from our show.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna name names, but there's way too many coincidences with.
Does it rhyme with Charles Schwab?
A super popular podcast and ours. I can't say it's 100%, but it's just a lot of coincidences. That's all I'm saying.
I will agree with you on that.
A lot of coincidences.
I don't know. I'm just saying. It looks like a duck, quacks like a duck, and it's former heavyweight UFC fighter. It might be a duck. Anyways.
Moving right along. How about, I forgot to mention this. We were talking before the fight started. Matt Mitrione at the, pre-fight, whatever they're doing, like interviews and stuff, and doesn't have the Reebok shoes. So he has to do the fight or his interviews barefoot.
Saw the picture.
And I forgot the people online that were joking, like, wow, Reebok's really making the sport look more professional when you have a guy that has no fucking shoes on giving interviews. Like, really?
Was he wearing Nikes or
Probably,
something?
but...
Okay. Is that really that big of a deal?
I guess.
I don't know.
And they're so committed to it. I think Lorenzo made a comment about the uniforms, something along the lines of, how everyone got fined because they broke the policy, saying, it's just like a uniform. Just tuck your shirt in and trying to play it off like it's not that big of a deal. You can't have a fucking fighter with no shoes on. He's barefoot. You know how bad that makes you look?
Free Reebok shoes, and he's just not wearing them?
Maybe he has a size 17 feet, and they can't find a Reebok anywhere in said state of Massachusetts. I don't know. It doesn't look professional when you're trying to play professional.
I agree.
Kudos to Matt Mitrione, who's going to test out free agency with a ball sack on his right eyeball. Him and James Thompson maybe should hang out. Like,
yeah.
You got a ball in my ear, you got a ball in your eye. Put them together.
I hope that eye's okay.
That guy fucks, okay? He fucks.
They need to bring that show back. Silicon Valley?
They should.
It's coming back soon.
I was just watching The Simpsons today, like one of their last shows, and they did a bit in there that was like the Silicon Valley.
Nice.
Because there were a bunch of coders and whatnot.
Uh-huh.
And you know how the beginning of the show, it shows like all those buildings and Google being built up. They had like that same little segment,
cool.
but like the Simpsons version.
Okay.
That's pretty cool. But yes, that show should come back. And then we have Game of Thrones. But I think that's April.
Yeah, right? Late April, I thought, maybe even. So, I hope it's good.
It should be. I mean,
The Walking Dead's back in like a couple weeks. I know you're not into it, but that's I am.
I'm out in the zombies. Except for whatever, the White Walkers. What else you got news-wise?
I got last thing here is Tim Kennedy says ISIS has been threatening him. And apparently there's some FBI or somebody after, like, trying to track this shit down, some, government protection people. And they say that the threats are credible for whatever reason. I do not know the whole details, but...
Doesn't he have some show, Heil Hitler, or Finding Hitler? I don't know.
Maybe.
That's what it was. It's Finding Hitler or something, where he's going around trying to see if he's still alive.
Right now?
Yeah.
Well, he'd be like 100 years old.
I don't know.
Oh, my God.
Something along those lines, but it just seems curious. Like, I think all these threats are...
Is that how you stumbled on that video you sent me?
Which one? Yeah, no, that was something else, but
Okay.
I don't even send stupid shit over.
What is this?
But,
this poor old lady.
Yeah.
Nice.
It just seems curious. I think they just do this shit so that when they have a TV show come out, they want to get a little more publicity. So let's create some bullshit, hype, hoax. What is ISIS? I don't know. They're going to go after Tim Kennedy. Why?
Because he's a military guy.
Makes no sense. It's like Ronda Rousey's going to be on Saturday Night Live, and then all these coochie pictures come out of her in her body issue of Sports Illustrated with the body paint, right? It's not a coincidence. It's all publicity. Publicity. I don't buy it. I'm not buying it.
Viral marketing?
Let's switch gears. Let's talk about EA UFC 2.
Oh, geez.
You sent me this.
I know what you're going to say.
Go ahead, then. Bring it.
CM Punk has a rating of like 85 in the game, right?
Yeah.
Which is like the same as some of the top level guys that, you would expect to have mid-80s ratings, right?
I think it's higher. I think Pat Barry's 84.
Yep.
Forgot who they listed, 86.
There's a whole laundry list of guys who've had like 10, 20 fights in the UFC, and this guy has never fought, and he's an 85. So I'm asking you, I know you had kept telling me that you want some like crazy shit from the video game. You want pride mode. You want all this nonsense. Like, do you care about the ratings? Does it matter?
Well, I theorized that on this guy. I know why he's an 85.
Why?
Well, I said he's probably a retard. Yeah, he's a retard. Probably has retard strength. So if his retard strength is 1,000 out of 100, that takes care of all the other zeros out of 100, and everything rounds up to 85 at the end of the day.
Perfect.
So it is what it is. Do I care? I don't give a shit. I don't think he should be in the game in the first place. He shouldn't be in the UFC.
Maybe a download content.
Okay. But then Joe Rogan should be like 100 then.
Oh, yeah, if they put Rogan in there?
Yeah, that'd be fun. I'd be okay with that. And Mike Goldberg should be 105. He should be a little bit better because you know why? He embraces the grind.
That's right. He's gonna be here all night. Just embrace the grind stuff. Yeah, maybe that's a good thing. Maybe the game will be a little more arcadey, which will make it more fun.
That's what I'm hoping for.
Yeah.
More arcadey. Turn the stamina drain off. They said there's gonna be that KO mode where there'll be no ground. Why can't we do that in the real UFC?
Yes.
Eddie Alvarez.
Oh, they
and
could just
Pettis.
be fan voting, right? So like if the fans are bored, they just hit buttons and then it's like a big thing goes KO mode. And like if you go to the ground, like the alligators come out or something. That'd be awesome. Sweet. I like it.
See, that's why we should be building games.
Yes.
We'll take them to the next level. You have anything else for news?
No,
I'm just kind of scanning through. I'll move one thing to
nothing relevant.
Knowledge. I just want to mention, how about when Dominick Cruz came out for his open workout, he did a little ode to Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, came out on crutches, and he gets to the cage and does that front roll. I'm like,
yeah,
I like that. I don't like the guy, but I like that little ode to Willy
real
Wonka.
Loose going into this thing. He seemed real relaxed.
Very calm versus the amped up Dillashaw, but
hey,
this is what it is. Can't change it now.
Nope.
Let's test out my new mouse here.
Yay!
Sweet.
It's working!
All right, ask Nuts. So Eighth Wall from Twitter asks, will Reebok and UFC part ways before UFC 200 or by 2017?
I'm going to go ahead and say no to both. Everyone's happy, sounds like.
Yeah, I don't think it's going away anytime soon.
Each other off
the UFC is so happy to have, we got a big brand name.
Yes.
We got fucking Reebok. We got Toyo tires still.
Mm-hmm.
And whatever 18 other sponsors were all over the octagon.
Yeah.
Ain't going away?
Nope.
Rodrigo Machado, what do you guys think of this list of the hottest women in MMA that I found? # NutsRule.
Like
# IngoforPresident.
Oh, I can't be president. I wasn't born here.
Oh, it doesn't matter. We'll change the rules. I'll be your VP.
Donald Trump's going to be president.
I'll be the VP. I'm like killing
people. It's election
people.
year. Are you getting jacked up?
I thought you said it's going to be erection year. I want to be getting jacked off. God damn it.
Yes. We'll see. Thank you, though. Appreciate it.
All right, so here we go. I'm going to say yes. Number 10, Cat Zingano. That's already wrong.
Should be way higher.
Way higher. She's fucking hot. That's so much milk.
Maybe the list gets better.
Yeah, I don't know. 9, I don't know who this is. Jordan Nicole, Gaza.
No idea who this is. Ring girl, probably.
8, Kyra Gracie. She's pretty hot.
I feel like she should be higher as well.
7, Rachael Cummins. Don't know.
Okay.
6, Michelle Waterson, the karate hottie. She's all right. 5, Rose Namajunas. I actually think she's hot with the short hair.
Yeah?
I rub my balls on her shaved head.
Connor sort of way?
Yeah, I'm down with that.
That's not my thing. It's all you.
Okay, cool. I'm racking them up. 4, Ronda Rousey. She shouldn't even be on the list.
Well, I don't know. Those pictures.
Well, her ass is real sweet.
They make you go, that's interesting.
Yeah, but just no tits, so.
That's okay.
Number 3, Gina Carano.
Okay.
I can see that. I think she should be higher. Number 2, Miesha Tate.
Okay.
And then number 1, which is blasphemous, is Paige VanZant.
No.
She is like...
Put her at 10 and move Zingano and fucking...
Yeah. Zingano should be...
Like 3, 4. 5.
Yeah, just under Carano. I'm going to go...
Kyra Gracie's in there, too.
And then he says, P.S. Cyborg is not on the list because she is ugly as fuck. Deal with that, man. Hey, fuck you, buddy. That's blasphemous.
Awesome.
That's blasphemous. You do not talk about a Chris Cyborg in the house of the Lord. She's number 1 in my book.
Your veins getting really big on your forehead right now.
I'm gonna flare it out, motherfucker. She's number 1. Blasphemy.
Yes.
Yeah, so she should be number 1. Cat Zingano, number 2.
Number 2. Miesha Tate's not in top 5, just on principle.
Cuntiness. I don't like her. Yeah, I don't like her.
Yes, I said cuntiness.
I do feel this vein throbbing, though. I got a headache.
It's the one on this side. It's getting bigger. I'm seeing it.
I'm getting irritated.
Okay.
All right. I don't know. Rodrigo Machado closing it out. He says, Ingo,
what?
Would you let Cat Zingano fuck you? He says, on the ass. I'm assuming in the ass.
Okay.
With a strap on with
ass.
Matt watching it all that for $100,000.
Well, I was going to do it for free until you added the last part, and I'm like, no, definitely not. I need more money if Matt's watching.
I'm open to a lot of shit, but I ain't going to be open to watching him get railed like Cat Zingano.
I'm not open to that either. No, thank you.
I'm going to take a pass.
No, thanks. That's an interesting question. Sounds almost abusive.
Yeah, I'm going to keep drinking on that one here.
Yeah, I'm going to finish my beer.
I'm moving right along. We get in and out. Knowledge, I have one little story. So apparently there was a daycare teacher convicted of running a baby fight club.
What?
Yeah. It says a woman in Virginia was convicted on more than a dozen charges after the court heard how she tripped children, stepped on their toes, and encouraged them to fight each other and spray them in the face with a hose.
What the fuck?
I don't know how old these kids were, but apparently she was making one be the bully and just beat the shit out of the other kids.
Why?
I don't know. Sick fuck.
Oh my God.
You sick fucking
Crazy,
bitch.
man.
And then someone left a comment in the section for the story. It says, the first rule of Baby Fight Club is you do not talk about Baby Fight Club.
Yes.
I think that's classic. That's really fucked up, but whatever. What do you got first?
Well, I was trying to tell you, I'm stuck on this Making a Murderer thing. Someone asked the question last week.
Yeah.
I hadn't really started watching it. I started watching it, and I'm like hooked right now. I'm 4 episodes deep, and I will say that I don't know who's innocent or guilty, but I will say the justice system is seriously fucked up. Like, if you watch this or haven't watched it, I mean, I don't care who did what. I'm just saying the police. I don't even know, like the special investigators, the FBI. It feels like in some areas of the country, maybe in every area, they can do whatever the fuck they want.
They can do it wherever. Oh, yeah.
I mean, they took a 16-year-old boy who's like mentally not all there and like coerced him into saying things. And I mean, they did a search. Imagine they come into your house and search for 8 days.
What?
How can they do that? And they
My
come
house
back
is not big enough to be searched for 8 days.
Well, his house was even smaller. It's like a trailer. So 8 days.
Of planting evidence.
And they came back multiple times and didn't find anything. And on the last time, we found this special thing, like with your DNA on it. Like, hello.
Found this jizz-stained rag with blood.
Yeah. So I urge you to watch it strictly for the whole, I don't know what's right or wrong. These people are obviously fucked up there. I think there's some inbreeding going on, and they have a long history of criminal shit. And the guy sounds like a real sleazebag, but I don't know. It just got to piss you off because I feel like these days, if you get accused of something and the law is after you, you're done.
Unless you have money.
Yeah,
if you have money, you're gonna get off.
Yeah.
But if you don't have money, you're fucked.
You're done.
You're so
done.
fucked.
Game over. That's scary, man.
Yep.
Right? Like you piss off some cop somewhere or whatever, like, oh yeah, let me pull you over. Yeah, hey. So, I don't know. But that's cool, because like nowadays there's this pop culture thing. And I like the fact that Netflix actually did this. Like, it's a Netflix thing.
Series.
It isn't, I was telling my wife, I'm like, you realize what's happening? Like, the game is changing. Like, this.
The game changer.
It is. When we were kids, this shit would come out on like CNN or whatever, or, ABC or... That's not happening now. Netflix is doing it. Amazon's doing similar stuff. It's all gonna change.
I feel like Netflix is embracing the grind.
Are you getting paid for this shit? You're like,
I just want to be my goal.
This is embracing the
I need the
grind
whitest fucking teeth ever.
Are you getting like $50 every time you say that? That's awesome. We should get that. If you're a sponsor and you want to pay us,
I'm gonna make the T-shirt. I'm gonna copyright it. Oh yeah, hey, there's another thing. How about Ronda Rousey? Just like copyrighted or trademarked "Do Nothing Bitch," like 17 versions, and she's gonna be in a movie starring Tina Fey called "Do Nothing Bitch."
What is it about?
I don't know. These bitches, they do nothing.
Is she the one with the scar on her face?
Yeah.
Oh. Does that side of her face move? You know?
I don't know.
I always wonder that.
I can correct these things.
I never knew about that, and then now every time I see her, I stare at it. I'm
like women with a lazy eye. You can fix that.
Can you? blowjobs. Fix it every time. Perfect.
That's why we save the best stuff for
last.
the end of the show.
No, when nobody's watching.
In, out, done. Let's get out before we say anything else.
That's been this week's edition of MMA Nuts. My name's Ingo.
Matt Griffith.
Shortest show ever.
Thanks for playing a butt Sharpie.